First of all, um, I'm going to say what really put me at a stopping point was when I ran out of my medication. Um, what they don't tell you is that when you're taking this medication or any medication um, to help you feel better, that your life becomes dependent on it and you cannot live without it. So a few weeks ago, I'm on an antidepressant for OCD. Um, I'm on Paxil. I don't know why it's a big secret. It's not. I take Paxil, and when I first started taking this medication, I did not know side effects. I didn't know it was going to be, how it was going to be. Um, I was just told, I was looking to switch medicines because the one that I was on was not working very well. Um, so I was put on Paxil like a couple years ago. The first time I missed a dose. So it was a weekend and I ran out of medication and I said, oh, I'll get my medicine refilled on Monday. No big deal. Well, 24 hours later, the next day, I ended up in the emergency room because I did not know what was going on with my body. So I had missed a dose, and then 24 hours later, I felt like I was literally dying. And not to exaggerate, but my body felt awful. I don't even know how to describe it. And I ended up in the emergency room the first time this happened because I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that you could have these type of withdrawals. I didn't know what it was from. I didn't know missing one dose of my medication was going to cause me to feel so sick. So, fast forward, I stopped missing doses, of course. Then I was finally told by my doctor, hey, don't miss a dose. Like, that's the worst thing you can do. Well, fast forward to a couple weeks ago. I've been on this medication for a couple years now. I had submitted requests through the pharmacy to refill it. It's worked every time I've done that. And it kept saying being processed, being processed, being processed. So I waited. I waited 4 days because I had refilled on Thursday, or asked to refill on Thursday. It kept saying processing, processing, pending, pending. So I waited Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, missed those 4 doses. And by Sunday night, I couldn't get out of bed. I was so sick. I felt like I had the flu. I had, I was coughing. I couldn't breathe. I just had a headache. And I very literally, I had chills, aching. I felt like I had the flu. Um, and with this medication, um, I was very dizzy. I couldn't stand up. I called out of work because I very literally didn't think I could get out of bed. Um, I felt like I was withdrawing from, like, I don't know, an insane type of addiction. Like, I felt like you know how you see in movies, you see people going off of drug addictions, and they're very literally very sick. Well, that's how I was for these 4 days. I called my doctor Monday morning and I'm like, look, why haven't I gotten my prescription? Like, it's been requested. It's been, I've kept requesting for it to be refilled. And they're like, oh, we didn't get it, blah, blah, blah. And oh my god, you should have never been without it this long. And yeah, it was, I was incredibly sick. And at that moment, nothing else mattered to me other than trying to survive. Um, I couldn't drive. I don't know. It was really weird. It's never been this bad. That's why I thought, oh, okay, it's gonna be fine. No, don't miss a dose of your medicine. Um, and after this, that has really put in my mind to get off of my medication. Um, and of course, I'm gonna have to do that in a safe environment. I'm gonna have to do that gradually with a doctor. So, upcoming in the new year, when I have the time and somebody there to help me, I really do want to get off of this medication because just the withdrawals itself is the worst, one of the worst things I've ever experienced. I was sweating, and you like I looked on TV. You see these people being so miserable, going through withdrawals or in rehab or something. And I'm not a drug addict, but that's just the way this medication affected me. Um, and it's scary. It's incredibly scary to think that I need to get off of my meds and that how is my OCD going to be when I'm off of this medication? I'm going to have to, of course, find other ways to cope. Um, yeah, it's been a lot, and that's the main reason these videos have stopped, because I was dealing with that and recovering from that. Once I got my medication back in my system, it took me still a few days to get accustomed. So yeah, that's what happened on that note. Always discuss side effects and medication with your doctors. Um, I feel like I was at such a low point mentally when I was seeking help that it didn't matter to me. I just wanted to feel better, and it never come up this type of withdrawals. So I very literally thought I was dying the first time it happened, and I very literally felt like I was dying the second time it happened, even though I knew what was going on. So, um, I mean, medication is a whole topic. And if you need it, that's fine. I just feel like I need it, but I think I need it, but I don't want to be on it anymore. I don't want to put my body through that and suffer through that anymore. So I've kind of made the decision that when I have the time and a proper safe space to slowly get off of that. So yeah, that's where we are. And it has been miserable.